Hi guys, so I'm going to read Fantastic Four number 20. This is the first appearance of Molecule Man. So I warn the four of you not to defy the Molecule Man. Back, Torch, back! He's far more powerful than we. He wants us to attack him. After reading this super surprise-filled issue, you will clearly understand why fans everywhere are calling this the Marvel Age of comics. So the fabulous Fantastic Four discover the mysterious Molecule Man. What's going on, Sue? Reed brought that strange meteor from a farmer whose property it fell on. He wants to study it. Ben, even my most sensitive probing devices can't penetrate the core from this rock from outer space. Phooey, you're doing it the hard way, pal. Step aside and let old Benjamin take over. So written by Stan Lee, drawn by Jack Kirby, inking by Dink Ayers, and letter by Art Simic. Ben, be careful. Sure, I'll be careful. After I rip the outer shell off this oversized pebble and... Hey, look! It's like a dehydrated acorn, and it looks organic. Ben, this proves that some form of life must exist in outer space. Well, no, no shit. Well, no shit. I mean, there's like 8... You fought like... Well, there's the Skrulls. You fought the Skrulls twice. I mean, the Watcher. You met the Watcher. Buddy from the planet where they were all shrunk in number 7, issue number 7. Actually, I think that's it. But still, I mean, you've already met alien species. I don't know what you're talking. Anyway, that's really stupid. But it will take months to learn where this came from. Yeah, well, count me out. Studying what rocks in a lab ain't my idea of having a ball. So, shall I store it in the freezer for you, Reed? Careful, sis. I got a couple of pizza pies sitting in there. But it'll be a long time before the brilliant Mr. Fantastic can return to his meteor study. For at that moment, a new incredible adventure begins. In the most unexpected way. What's all that commotion outside, Johnny? I'll take a look and flamin' fireballs. I must be seeing things. It's some sort of huge globe, floating over the crowds. It's crackling, like a living thing. The police just arrived. Their bullets don't affect it at all. Sit tight, little friends, and I'll fly down and see what it's all about. We better get down there too, Ben. Sure, someone's always got to get Junior out of trouble. Let's go. It's whirling so fast that it's throwing me into orbit around it. I can't get any closer. One side, Torch. I'll make a giant box out of myself and try to contain the globe. Within, like this. It's no good. The crackling what's-this isn't even solid. It's coming right through you, like an X-ray beam. Nice try, kiddies. But here's where we separate the men from the boys. Let's see what that butterball can do against a few tons of water pressure. Ben, your little show of strength is very dramatic, but now we'll have to repay the city for one broken water main. Point that pipe the other way, you big ape, before you drown yourself. Glulp. It can't see me, so it's putting no defense against me. I'll just probe at it with this rod to see if I can learn anything about its composition. But I won't need a bath for months now. Help! It's pulling me inside! Ben, that's Sue's voice. She must have tackled it while she was invisible. Hang on, kid. We're coming. Let's rush it. The blame thing caught Sue. You're right, Ben. We've had no other choice. All at once. Now. At long last we meet again. I apologize for my drastic measures, but I had to find a way to bring the Fantastic Four to me. A menace is loose in the galaxy, one which only you may defeat. No wonder it wasn't solid. So they say that after or before. It wasn't. It's actually a gateway to some other dimension. Sis, you're okay. Someone's liable to get a fat lip for all this. What's going on anyway? Look who's responsible. The Watcher. The Watcher, mysterious being from outer space. So, first introduced in number 13. As you know, we Watchers are forbidden to interfere with people of other planets, but so grave is this danger that it might even destroy my own race. For as long as this creature exists, the entire universe is in peril. Who or what is this danger? How can anything threaten the entire universe? He can. That small, puny, ridiculous-looking laboratory technician. I mean, that's me. Whose projectile image I now conjure up for you. He has the power to destroy worlds, galaxies, yes, even universes. Who? That little squirt? Admit it, pal, you're putting this on. Ah, my friends, I wish my story were not true, but alas it is. Study the projectile image, and you will see for yourself. I'm just a nobody, a nothing. I work like a dog, and no one even knows my name. I'm only a cog in the wheels of Acme Atomics Corp. I do the work, and they make the money. If only I had the guts to quit. But where could I go? But no man can work with dangerous atomic devices if his mind is not on his work. And so, while bitterly bemoaning his lot in life, the disgruntled lab technician makes one slight mistake and an entire universe becomes imperiled. Yeah, I find Molecule Man looks really creepy. Like, he's really scary looking. I don't know. Like, even, like, for back when this was published, like, he actually looks really, like, scary. But anyway, due to a trillion, his eyes are really dark in that. To creep me out. But due to a 1,000,000,001 chance, the accident victim survives the atomic mishap, although the searing lightning-like bat blasts leave their mark on his now altered face. I'm still alive, but I feel so different. But his face isn't all that has changed. The next day, at the office of the president of Acme Atomics Corporation, I heard about your accident, Mr. Whatever your name is. Carelessness cannot be tolerated by Acme Electronics, so you're fired. I worked there for 12 years, and you don't even know my name. And now I'm fired, eh? You smug fool. Don't you realize what has happened? That accident changed me. It has made me the most powerful being who ever lived. Stop! What are you doing? Your face. Look at your face. My face is destined to be feared by all mankind. And now, before I leave, here's a little demonstration of my power. I'm chilly. Ice is beginning to form all over me. Out of nowhere. Not out of nowhere. Out of the molecules in the air. For I now control every molecule in the universe. Which means I can do anything. I can become the all-powerful Molecule Man. Reed, what exactly are molecules? In simplest terms, Johnny, they are the smallest groups of atoms which compose any element. If a man controls molecules, then he could control anything. Exactly. That is why the Molecule Man must be stopped. He could wipe out an entire solar system if he so desired. Well, I mean, he could, alter the universe. He could, pretty much... Molecule Man can pretty much do anything. But I can say no more. Already I have overstayed my time in this infernal sphere. I am powerless to act. My function is only to watch. And now the rest is up to you. With that I return to your own dimension. Look, we're back. The blue sphere faded away. So, Johnny, Ben, look, over there. Our headquarters building. It's gone. Looked like it was scooped out of its foundation by a giant crane. It is impossible. We must be dreaming. Even the Yancey Streeters couldn't have done this. First the Watcher appears. Then we learn of an all-powerful Molecule Man. And now an entire skyscraper building completely vanishes. It's almost as though the world has gone mad. And how come the streets are so empty? Yeah, where is everybody? Here's your answer. Everyone has flocked to Times Square. Here's the answer to everything. Look. I'm looking, I'm seeing. But I still don't believe it. And there, before the incredulous eyes of the Fantastic Four, a sight which defies description, which staggers the senses and fills the very soul with speechless awe. Silence, you weak, gibbering rabble. Silence before I permit this structure to plummet down to the street below. Ah, that is more like it. From now on, my every command is to be obeyed instantaneously, without hesitation, without question. I hereby nullify every man-made law. I countermand every known rule and regulation. There should be no law but my will. There should be none to give orders save me, the Molecule Man. Not while we live. Who dares? We dare, the Fantastic Four. Fool, I only have to tap my molecular wand against those bricks in order to transform their molecules into any form I wish. And for instance, a whirling propeller-bladed fan. You were able to disentangle yourself faster than I expected, but your escape shall be extremely short-lived. All I need to do is cause the molecules of the very air itself to change their form, and thus out of the mere air I create a pair of powerful magnets. One is positive, the other is negative. Each will adhere to your own flexible body, and then, due to the fact that they repel each other, they fly in opposite directions, and thus I eliminate the menace of Mr. Fantastic forever. Torch, get going, do something fast. Hang on, Reed, I'll get you out of this. Hurry, Johnny, hurry. There, lucky he forgot to make his molecules fireproof, eh, partner? Lucky for me, little friend. Don't worry, Susie Cal, I got Loverboy. Thanks, Ben. Reed, thanks heavens you're safe. So, you dare foil the plan of the Molecule Man, did you? Get with it, fella. You sound like Bela Lugosi on The Late Show. You didn't really expect to subdue me with your flame, did you? Not when I can make a fireproof shield out of the molecules in the air. Pretty tricky. But now let's see what happens to that so-called fireproof shield of yours when I slam it with a white-hot Nova fireball. All I need to do is create a sample spring under my shield and bounce out of harm's way. But enough of these childish pranks. By turning my shield into a parachute, I can glide smoothly down to my captive city again. I was hoping he'd come back to Earth. Gangway, people! I'm gonna demolish that grinning ape. That phony 2-bit wand of yours won't do you any good against me, Mythbuster. You will see about that. By instantly rearranging the molecules in the roadway, I'll create a little obstacle for you. Roll down easy, Ben. He can make that roadway so high you can never get over it. Look out below! Ha! The Fantastic Four are as helpless as anybody else against the Molecule Man. Cover me, Ben. I'm going to stretch over this mountain of cement and... Ben, come back, wait! Wait my eye, nobody makes a sap out of me. Did you expect me so soon, didn't you? Still depending on your brute strength alone, eh? Well, by using the electric molecules from that sign, I'll finish you for good. There, even your brutish strength cannot resist the staggering power of electricity, not when every molecule is directed against your ungainly form. Youch! Seeking shelter in that manhole would do you no good. Well, look who's worried about my welfare all of a sudden. You were a fool to take cover down there. Now you have really trapped yourself. Just watch. The molecules which make up each and every pipe below the street are mine to command, or have you forgotten? Heck no. You've got a nifty little way of reminding a fella. The blamed things are closing in on me. Too many to shove aside. If something doesn't happen fast, they'll be calling us the Fantastic Three, and Bashful Benjamin won't be one of them. Suddenly, a dazzling streak of flame fury blazes down the underground cavern. Sound off, you overstuffed hambone. Where are you? Under these crazy pipes, hothead. Where else? Watch my steam, laughing boy. I'll melt those pipes away in a minute. Like this. Can't you do anything without making a speech? I guess you're okay, partner. You're as nasty as ever. Nastier, son. Nastier. Meanwhile, a short distance above. You've got to let me try it, Reed. It's our only chance. If Ben and Johnny come up while he's here... I know, Sue. They won't have a chance against that strange wand of his. All right, honey. We'll do it. But no slips. I'll attract his attention to keep him busy, while I turn invisible and try to get that horrible wand away from him. Now! We mustn't fail. We mustn't! Don't you fools ever give up. Not until we're beaten. In other words, never. Beaten? You mean like this? He's causing the building bricks to fly at me. But at least Sue still has a chance. It's almost too easy. I, who control molecules, can control the world. What? My wand! Something is trying to wrest it from me. Can't pull it out of his hand. He's too strong. There can only be one answer. The invisible girl. But you shall not remain invisible much longer, while I can control the molecules of lead and zinc in those newspapers. The papers are flying towards me. There, invisible or not, I can see you now. I'm helpless. Zub, I failed. Mr. Fantastic, I forgot about him. Reed, oh, thank heavens. I got you, Sue. Nuts, that clown tore the comic page in half. I'll fence him in with a wall of Aurora flame, Reed. What do you think of our next move? Nothing more we can do now. We've got to stall for time. These theatrical gestures of yours are useless, Torch. There are countless ways for me to dispose of your ineffectual wall of fire. I know it, chum, but it'll still take you a few seconds to think of one, and we can use the time. Good work, Johnny. Now let's get away from the Molecule Man. We've got to formulate a new strategy. How are we ever going to beat him? Don't worry, sis. Reed'll think of something. I hope. Look, the Fantastic Four are running away. If they can't defeat the Molecule Man, who can? What happens to the city now? Fantastic Four, bah, just a bunch of overrated quitters. Meanwhile, the Molecule Man selects a most dramatic method of dousing the Torch's flame wall. By rearranging the molecules of that rooftop water tower, I compel it to bend forward, spilling its liquid contents. Presto! The flames are extinguished. Now heed my words, citizens of New York. I, the Molecule Man, am in complete command of the city. My first order is... Hold it, mister. The picnic's over. Turn around and reach for the sky. This is the law talking. Careful, Pete. No telling what it'll do next. Can it be that you still don't realize how powerless mankind is to stop me? In order to enforce your will, you need weapons. But see what I can do to your firearms. Watch. Drop that wand. But before the police can make another move, the molecules which compose the air are instantly altered, and our own weapons are now useless to us. Meanwhile, on a nearby subway train, this is a heck of a way for America's sweethearts to travel. Cass, look who it is. Meanwhile, minutes later at the next station, let's lose ourselves on the street before a crowd starts following us. You better think about playing soon. I'm too old to be playing follow the leader. And back in Times Square, I intend to hold the entire city of New York hostage until the Fantastic Four are my prisoners. You are ordered to find them and bring them to me. Until they are my captives, no one can enter or leave the city. All I need to do is rearrange the molecules in the air once more, the molecules over which I have absolute control. And lo, they reform themselves into a glass cage, porous enough for air to pass through, but nothing else. Look, what's happened to Manhattan? Maybe we've been in the air too long, we're seeing things. In the hours that follow, America's most famous quartet finds himself the objects of New York's biggest manhunt. If we find the FF, what do we do, Charlie? Notify the Molecule Man immediately. We've no other choice. Boy, everyone's so scared of the Molecule Man. They'd turn in their best friend if he told them to. Then suddenly, psst, hey, Gruesome, come here. Someone spotted us. Hey, ain't you one of them? Sure, only a bird brain like you wouldn't realize where you're hiding. But don't worry, us Yancey Street gang members ain't letting anyone else bother you. We want you all to ourselves. I sure like to spot the FF. They set me up for 6 months once. Me too, keep your eyes open, pal. They might be anywhere. This is humiliating, being rescued by a Yancey Streeter. Clam up, nature boy, before you scare my horse. So I guess horse and buggies were still being used. And this was, I'm not sure, 'cause I don't know, maybe horse. I've heard, I guess it depended where you lived, if like horse, but anyway. Finally, the fabulous foursome take refuge in Alicia's studio apartment. The only thing worse than hating a Yancey Streeter is having to be grateful to one. Thanks for taking us in, Alicia, but we can't stay long. It's like a terrible nightmare. There's no way to fight the Molecule Man. There is, Sue. There has to be. I've been thinking of something that the Molecule Man, about the Molecule Man. One weakness he has. If I can just figure out a way to take advantage of it. What weakness? I can't see any. Haven't you noticed that he cannot affect organic molecules? He can affect anything alive, only inorganic matter, like bricks or air. For instance, he could rearrange the molecules in these statues of Alicia's, but not if they were living beings. Wait, that's it. That's the answer. It is? Alicia, I want you to model 4 statues as fast as your talented little fingers can do. But, let him explain, baby. I've seen that nutty look in his eyes before. He's either got a brilliant plan or he's lost his marbles. Later that day, after this, Alicia has completed her strange assignment. This will bring the Molecule Man here on the double. So, they decided to give themselves up. It was the only possible outcome. With my great power, I can travel any way I choose, so long as I can rearrange the dust molecules in the air to take any form I desire. You, speak. I saw the Fantastic Four's flare signal. Where are they? They will be right back, but first I paid a tribute to you, a statue I created. The Fantastic Four. Very clever of you. It will amuse me to rearrange the statue's molecules, like this. What is wrong? Why do the stone molecules not obey my mental commands? For a very good reason. Because they are not stone molecules. They are organic, alive. Alicia merely covered us with a thin coating of plaster to trick you, and it worked. No! No! You were right, Reed. If he uses his power on organic molecules, the force feedback is too painful for him to endure. So, you found my weakness. Well, it won't do you no good. I shall toy with you no longer now. From this moment on, expect no pity from the Molecule Man. I can still reach my power wand before anything can stop me. You overrate yourself. You've forgotten my stretching ability. Okay, team, let's go. Now you're talking, fella. It's a pleasure to bust out of that phony plaster covering. I missed it. Behind me. What's that crackling? That aura. Look, it's the glowing sphere again, floating towards the Molecule Man. It's drawing me inside. No, don't let it get me. Help, save me. For the love of Pete, he's gone. The sphere is growing brighter than ever. Stand back, it can only mean one thing. Yes, it means the Watcher has just turned. I could not interfere with your battle. But now that you have won, I shall take the Molecule Man away. He will never menace you again. I have returned your skyscraper headquarters to its rightful place and undone all the Molecule Man's other deeds. And so, farewell, Fantastic Four. You are still the world's greatest group of evil fighters. Your nation, your planet, should be indeed proud of you. So where's our good conduct medal? He's starting to fade away. He's gone. He's taken the Molecule Man with him. But where? Wherever he is, Sue. Let's hope that his evil prisoner never escapes from him. Hey, wouldn't that be a great way to dodge bill collectors? And finally, the world is safe from the Molecule Man at last, and all that remains to remind us of him is this now harmless little wand. If only we had been given his power, what wonderful things we could do for mankind. Nuts. I don't see mankind knocking itself out for us. So next issue, more action, fantasy, and thrills, plus a few surprises. See you then. So I hope you guys enjoy this comic video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.